Does any of you have any of his art, his form of expression available at your disposal? You do.
I think all of us have a piece of his art, but I have most of his art.
Have you looked at it lately?
I look at it every day. I haven't hung it up in my new home. I should have, but I have a lot of issues I'm getting past.
And there's a reason why I asked the question. I asked the question because as art is a form of expression, like music or any other any other artistic expression usually has a story in it, some aspect that they couldn't express in words or even in actions. And the best action that they can operate and do things with would be painting.
I got the perfect example for that. I'm sorry to cut you off, Mike.
No, you're not cutting me off. This is your story, please.
This is at his house, and I remember I staying over there, and there's a painting on the wall, and it's a woman and a boy, and they're in the woods, and it's a house in the woods. And every time I used to look at that painting, I used to think it was me and my mother.
Uh-huh.
And I remember addressing my father, and I was like, Dad, is that me and Mom? And he was like, nah. It wasn't the fact that it was a black mother and a black boy, but the house in the woods. I felt like he was talking about us because I felt like I was the secret child.
But what if, just going a little bit deeper, it's about him? That painting could be representative of all the pain he had been feeling over the many years and not knowing how to right the wrongs that he had done to the women that he's passed through by making you three strong gentlemen.
That's a good point. It could be all of us, actually.
I would say so, because that's why he wanted us to be together and meet. Remember, we went on the Million Man March together, right?
Is that the first time y'all met? At the same time
we met, or that's the first time all three of us together?
Three of y'all together.
Three of us together in that long period of time, yes.
Yes.
But meeting each other, no.
Like, were the three of you ever hanging long before that?
As far as three of us, no. Me and Fu, yeah. But as far as Gary, no.
Was your father at the Million Man March with you, gentlemen?
Yeah.
Listen to that. Now, come on. Tell me how that felt. That there had to be some joy and some pain in that experience. Each one of you having your own issue with this same person, but still knowing that you have a father, and there he is. As fucked up as he may be, I got him and I know where he's at. Now, a lot of people don't have that option. A lot of people don't get that chance.
Yeah, some people don't.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. You got a point there.
Key, you got room to talk. Talk to me. Let's see what you feel. Talk about your feelings.
I don't look at it as the opportunity to be with my father. I mean, maybe in his mind it was like, okay, I have my three sons, and this is the moment where, the unity, and this is a special moment. But I think we should have had that moment way before.
Sure.
I think if we would have had that moment way before, many times, there wouldn't be the distance that we have as brothers.
Fair.
True.
I'd be honest, I wish my relationship was as close as I am with Fu. It was the same thing with Gary.
Right.
I think we needed something like that. Not the Million Man March, but we needed that unity before that. So we could all see what we all going through. But this is the first time you got all three brothers together, and we all get to actually hear each other express on, and I'm hoping we go a little bit more deeper, but express on our activities with our father.
I looked at it just hanging out with my brothers. I didn't look at it like with Dad. Like, whether Dad would have came or not, it really wouldn't have bothered me at that point. And I think a lot of it, for me, it was more of my anger towards my father at that time.
Okay, now we're talking about
to me, I felt it was just like everybody's doing the Million Man March, we should do the Million Man March. And it was like, all right, cool, I'll be with my brothers.
But was he the one that initiated that?
I think it was actually, I don't know, I can't say for Gary, but I think it was more of the mother saying, hey, you need to get your sons together and make this happen. I can't see it being my father who made the decision. I can't.
What do you know, Gary? What do you know?
What I know is I think it was him, but I'm not sure, because Keanu could be right. Pop, like I said, Pop was secret. We never knew what he thought. He never expressed himself to, I don't even know if he expressed himself to his women, but to his children, he never expressed himself. Pop made those connections, but he never introduced himself into those connections. He was always like, yeah, I'm making the connections, but he always stayed peripheral.
I can't give the full credit to my father. I think it was a woman's decision. He just went with it. But I think when he made it, when he got all three of us together for the Million Man March, instead of to tell us about what that stands for and what we're there for, I think he should have took that moment and told us what he stands for as a father. He needs to explain to us, have us all on the same page of what the things that he did, the reason why he did the stuff. Because now you got all three guys together and they hear the story the same way. They're not hearing it third party, fourth party, fifth party.
Right.
You're hearing from this man's mouth why I don't have the relationship I have with my brother, Gary, why the relationship I have with my brother is different, or where the fuck he came from.
Right.
When you're supposed to be with my mom.
The Million Man March itself, getting the opportunity for the three of y'all to be there, and that may be the last time you've seen the three of y'all at the same time, isn't for you. It's for him. And getting him to understand some part of what took place about, you know, how he might have done this thing all the way fucking wrong, you know, and not having the tools to be able to have a conversation with three grown men that have three real attitudes about what they may have gone through because of him. That's a lot to deal with when your offspring tells you ain't shit.
I agree with you.
That's going to be more than you want to hear.
Pop never crossed that barrier. He never did that. And I'm assuming the circumstances of the way he did things, I'm not sure if he couldn't explain himself or didn't want to explain himself or just couldn't explain himself. But it's like, you know, and it's like, well, if you're a father, certain things you got to just fess up on. You just got to go out there and say, hey, my kid is asking the questions and I need to give him some real answers. And Pop never crossed that line. And that's the problem.